Nagasumi is traveling with his parents to Seto Island for summer vacations at his grandma's house. The family has some light-hearted conversation at dinner about going to the sea. Nagasumi gets saved by a mermaid and wakes up to his father beside him. Back home, the family talks about the situation and Grandma tells of the legend of mermaids. Just as Nagasumi is talking about her appearance, a girl appears. Her name is Seto Sun. She introduces herself by asking Nagasumi to make him her wife. As Nagasumi gets beat up by his parents, Yakuza arrive, led by Masa, and take the family to meet Sun's parents. They throw them in the ocean, and Nagasumi wakes up to Sun's father, boss of the Seto clan, Seto Gozaburo, and his wife, Seto Ren. The mermaid's rule is that if a mermaid's identity has been exposed to humans, they'll be punished by execution. To avoid the execution, the two must get married. His parents agree to some threats while Nagasumi tries to negotiate. Negotiations break, Nagasumi runs. Sun saves him, and the two escape. Gozaburo eventually catches up, and just when the beheading's about to occur, Nagasumi agrees to marry Sun. Ren talks with the family and an engagement is agreed, with Gozaburo in chains. At home, Grandma advises Nagasumi to go to a festival with Sun. The two go to the stalls and grab stuff to eat. Turns out that most of the stalls are run by the Seto clan. Explains Nagasumi getting a handgun to eat. Gozaburo appears and Nagasumi realizes that holding Sun's hand would mean death. Just then, Sun asks to hold hands. Oh dear lord. As expected, Nagasumi gets a death call via Taiyaki phone. The two head to fish scooping. Sun saves the lives of all the goldfish. When it's Nagasumi's turn, his fish is Shark Fushikudo. Water spills on Sun's legs and they turn to her tail, so Nagasumi carries her away. A misunderstanding occurs when Gozaburo catches Nagasumi drying Sun's legs. Sun scolds her father as he tries to kill Nagasumi. Sun takes away Nagasumi to continue the date. Sun keeps getting water on herself and Nagasumi tries to protect her identity. He gets too close and gets hit by Sun's ultrasonic sound powers. No lasting damage, probably. Nagasumi gets her a ring and Masa teaches Nagasumi to dance, and jealousy makes Sun run away because feelings. Nagasumi catches up and Sun lost the ring. Ren ends up finding it. Nagasumi's dad has to go back because of work. Nagasumi goes to tell Sun and they're taken to an uninhabited island by Masa, a gift from dad-in-law. The spiritual shell Maki is introduced. The three are dropped and Masa tells Nagasumi to be careful before leaving. As soon as Sun leaves for a moment, Maki immediately turns assassin. She's about to eradicate Nagasumi, but Sun shows up. It's time for a, you guessed it, beach episode. Seeing Sun in a bikini strengthens Nagasumi's resolve to fight. Maki continues her murder attempts. We proceed to see a little person apply lotion on Sun. The three go underwater to see coral reefs. Nagasumi starts dying immediately because water pressure is a thing. Back on land, Nagasumi is left alone with Maki. Her plan is to have Nagasumi die in an accident. Nagasumi displays manly spirit for Sun and Sun appears right before Maki can make a donut out of Nagasumi. Sun confronts Maki as she hears everything. Maki apologizes and everyone makes up. On the way back, Nagasumi tells Sun he's going to move. Sun reveals that she plans on going to stay with him. Maki is sent to watch over her too. Or Nagasumi. Back at home, Nagasumi scolds Maki for showing herself. Maki acts cute and everyone starts scolding Nagasumi. Nagasumi gets to the attic and Sun is shifted into his room. Nagasumi is pondering the situation in the bathroom when Sun enters. Nagasumi is almost wiped off the earth. The house gets damaged, but Sun apologetically pays with gold coins. Next day, Maki is asleep, so Nagasumi uses the opportunity to show Sun the neighborhood. Near the end of the day, two guys are harassing some high school girls when Zenigata Mawari, a member of the demonic disciplinary committee, intervenes. Mawari somehow drags Nagasumi in and the thugs go after him. He jumps into the river with the two other guys. Mawari jumps in to help, but she can't swim. All sneaky-like, Sun drags the thugs down one by one. Nagasumi goes into the river and takes Sun out, then dries her. Sun finds Mawari pretty manly. Maki comes along and starts shooting at Nagasumi. Mawari shows up as Maki tries to murder Nagasumi. He pretends Maki's a doll to cover up, and loses his dignity. Turns out Mawari is the daughter of the Superintendent General Police Chief. A new school term starts with Sun joining Nagasumi's school. Sarutobi Hideyoshi jumps Sun and Nagasumi introduces her as his relative. Mawari asks about Nagasumi's relationship with Sun as well. Also, Gozaburo is the new homeroom teacher of his class. The nurse is Sun's mother. Masa is the maths teacher. The shark Fushigoro is transformed into a human and became the PE teacher. The entire clan ended up transforming. Sun uses a howling voice to stop everyone from messing around before thanking them for coming. Poor Nagasumi. Nagasumi confides in Masa and resolves to beat Sun's father, and makes Sun fall in love with him. The next day starts with Saru thinking Nagasumi talks to dolls, courtesy of Maki. Then the class begins with the clan teachers. Saru sneaks Nagasumi out during PE and they go to peep on the girls. Fushiguro catches Nagasumi in the balcony. Saru ran away after and attacks him. Nagasumi runs into the changing room to survive, temporarily. After a lashing from Mawari, Sun apologizes for not being able to clear the accusations on him. The two have a cute moment before going home. The couple heads to the school and a normal day of shenanigans occur. Nagasumi, Saru, Sun, and Mawari end up playing Karuta, and Mawari notices how close Nagasumi and Sun seem. Right when Mawari's doubts are peaking, she catches Nagasumi and Sun coming out of his house. The interrogation begins. Nagasumi gets tempted with Katsudan and tells Mawari the two are living together. Sun's parents also show up and the entire class finds out the predicament. In the confusion, water is dropped on Sun and Nagasumi rushes to dry her. Mawari notices the tail just before he can hide her though. The next day, Mawari tests her theory by throwing water on Sun, but Nagasumi blocks her attack. The water attacks and blocking continue for the rest of the school day. Mawari confronts Sun and Nagasumi lashes at her for going after Sun out of curiosity. Mawari runs away and a car is about to hit her. Sun uses a howling voice to stop the car as Nagasumi pushes Mawari out of the way. When Mawari wakes up, the voice gets written off as a special skill, but Saru spills water on Sun. Mawari ends up throwing a cloth on her legs. She quietly hides Sun's secret. Lunar, Idome Luna, the idol, is introduced as Sun's childhood friend and a mermaid. She also hates Sun for winning a sing-off in their childhood. On their way from school, Nagasumi finds Luna collapsed in the rain. Upon discovering her identity, she intends to carry Nagasumi and kill him. But Sun comes along. An awkward reunion later, Luna learns of the couple's relationship. Luna gets angry and resolves to take over Nagasumi's life, mainly because she's really jealous of Sun. Luna starts living with Nagasumi and Sun. Luna wakes up in Nagasumi's bed. Sun catches them and comedy ensues. Luna joins Nagasumi's class. The class goes crazy because she's an idol. Nagasumi tells Saru he's Luna's manservant now. Saru loses his head from envy. This goes on for a while. Luna spends the school day using methods to prove how popular she is to Sun. Sun, being extremely popular herself, one-ups her without trying. Two parties form, pro-Sun and pro-Luna. War begins between the factions. Enter Mad Max. The disciplinary committee beats the protesters and grants protection to Nagasumi. He's also held responsible for the chaos by Mawari, so she asks him to choose between Sun and Luna. Nagasumi continues to be chased by members of both factions. Saru appears in front of Nagasumi and tells him running is not the solution. Nagasumi is awakened to the right path, and using the advice of the great sage, Saru, he goes to walk a warrior's path. He runs to his house and finds Maki in critical condition from the battle with the Idome clan. Sun plans to talk to Luna while wielding a wooden sword. Nagasumi goes with her. Luna sets the stage and an ultimate war singing contest begins. After Luna's performance, Sun sings Luna's own song and wins the hearts of everyone. The performance turns into a duet and everyone suffers brain damage due to euphoria. Luna uses the song of war as she sees herself losing. Nagasumi asks Sun to stop the crowd. She asks for help and uses the Song of Heroes to empower Nagasumi. Nagasumi makes the crowd submit. Also, turns out Maki injured herself trying to attack Luna. Everyone makes up and Luna goes back to living with Nagasumi and co. In school, a submarine shows up in the gymnasium. Mikawa Kai, the son of the richest man in the world, appears and declares Sun to be his bride. Also, he's from the Killer Whale clan. We get some backstory about how Kai fell for Sun in his childhood. Kai and Nagasumi end up battling. Kai thrusts him through the gymnasium and they end up in the open world. Kai loses it when he sees the wide open space. He likes narrow spaces or something, he's rich and dumb. San says some stuff and Kai decides to go back, and he transfers to the class. Kai proposes to use the athletic meet to settle their argument. A bunch of competitions occur and lunch begins. With Masa being a suave dandy man, afterwards the cavalry battle starts. Nagasumi wins because Kai is too heavy. His helmet breaks and Saru provides a new one, gaining entry into Kai's army. Kai bets Sun on the last relay race. Kai takes his suit off and suddenly rushes to the lead. Just then, it starts raining and Kai turns into an orca. It's a good thing the rain made everyone lose their eyesight. Sun uses the Song of Sleep and makes everyone fall asleep before missiles destroy Nagasumi. Saru launched them from the submarine. In school, Nagasumi decides to tell everyone about the incident where the tall guy with a shotgun showed up in his room. Everyone rejects him because, of course. The guy appears and writes "Lunar Important" on the window before disappearing. No one saw him either. Everyone assumes Nagasumi has gone crazy. Nagasumi gets admitted to the nurse's office to sleep. When he wakes up, the man is under his bed. Nagasumi runs into Kai. The man appears behind Kai and the two of them run to the chopper. The two escape using a rope on the roof, falling from it basically. The man still chases the two, so Kai uses a bazooka and a satellite ray, but to no avail. The school goes into a state of emergency. Soon appears right when the man has Nagasumi in his scope. The assassin covers Soon's mouth before she can use her voice. Nagasumi tries to intervene but is stopped. When everything seems bleak, Gozaburo shows up and starts pounding the assassin before losing. He then asks Nagasumi what he intends to do living with Luna. Before Nagasumi can answer, Gozaburo wakes up and the two duke it out. The fight ends in a draw and the man is revealed to be Luna's father, leader of the Adome clan. Her dad makes a Terminator-esque exit after Luna shows up. Luna says she's gained weight while the girls are getting their physical examinations done. She resolves to start dieting and forces Soon along as well. Luna browses diet products for mermaids on the internet. The Seto clan is involved with e-commerce too. Luna tells Soon to bring all the diet products her clan is selling. Gozaburo brings a bunch of items in. The girls bring in some equipment as well, and the diet continues. Nagasumi ends up drinking water for stiff shoulders made for mermaids and suddenly grows huge, destroying the house in the process. Soon tries to make him fall asleep with her voice, but Nagasumi has gained resistance and lost his thinking capacity as well. Nakajima tries to restrain him, but it doesn't work. Kai arrives and brilliantly hits Nagasumi in his nether regions with the submarine. Ouch. NASA is involved with Kai and Nagasumi gets launched to the moon. Then he's hit with a barrage of missiles. Meanwhile, Soon's mother fetches the Neptune lance that can fix all physical flaws. Soon throws the lance to the moon and it cures Nagasumi, who drifts back to Earth. The family's relaxing at home, the newly constructed home courtesy of Luna's dad. Soon and Nagasumi's mom leave the house. Meanwhile, Nagasumi's dad is with the other two fathers in the story. Maki shows up in between while Luna and Nagasumi are in a misunderstanding-prone situation. Nagasumi leaves for a bit and Maki asks Luna to seduce Nagasumi if she likes him and make him her manservant, thus overriding Soon's need to marry him. Nagasumi comes back and Maki offers the idea, to which he wholeheartedly disagrees because he's devoted to Soon. This causes Luna to spill water on herself after bullying Nagasumi. Nagasumi starts drying up her tail, and just as she transforms back, Luna's father shows up. Ah yes, the time to terminate our poor Nagasumi. Luna stops the impending murder of Nagasumi by confessing her love for him. This turns from a murder attempt to imprisonment, and her dad starts planning the wedding after kidnapping Nagasumi via helicopter and imprisoning him. Soon resolves to bring him back. Luna rubs it in Soon's face that Nagasumi never really wanted to marry her in the first place. Soon becomes depressed for failing to be a good wife for Nagasumi. No, Soon, 100% not your fault. Luna lies through her teeth about what happened and stubbornly intends to marry Nagasumi before leaving. Luna asks Maki why she didn't tell everyone it was a misunderstanding, and she states it's because Soon's father was too happy. Soon apologizes to Nagasumi's parents and leaves the house. Meanwhile, Nagasumi is trapped in a cave, wondering what's going on. Luna barges in and tells Nagasumi that he'll be loving her from now on and how she won't lose to Soon. Nagasumi and Luna head to the wedding. His parents and Soon's are there too. As the wedding rites are about to begin, Nagasumi voices his disapproval for being forced to marry in the absence of true love. Luna starts crying and her father tries to punch Nagasumi. Nagasumi continues about the wedding occurring over lies, which causes Luna to reveal the truth about the misunderstanding. Luna then confesses her love for Nagasumi, at which her dad restarts the ceremony. Just then, Soon enters the fray. She cuts ties to the clan and goes against the marriage, then pummels the Adome guards. She confesses her love for Nagasumi and takes him back from Luna. War breaks out when the Seto clan backs up Soon. Soon and Luna use the Song of Festivals to make everyone go to sleep. Maki gets caught by a kitten. The girls are exceptionally afraid as Nagasumi starts petting it. He ends up bringing the cat to school where everyone loves it except Kai and Gozaburo. Masa loves the cat though. Nagasumi intends to use this fatal weakness to gain an upper hand on Gozaburo. Unable to withstand defeat, Gozaburo calls in his 3 elite guards to remove Nagasumi from this world. The 3 gill-breathing brothers transfer to the school and make attempts on Nagasumi. Initially, he makes the guards think that Kai is the one threatening their boss. They soon find out the target after a lashing from Gozaburo. They go after Nagasumi, but they're also scared of cats, so they retreat. That was fast. A frustrated Gozaburo uses the fire alarm to evacuate the school and then goes after the kitten itself. The fiends capture the kitten by pretending to be Brittany and throw it into the river. Soon stops Nagasumi from jumping in and does so herself, but Maki shows up and rescues the cat instead. Ren punishes her husband and the guards while the kitten shows affection to Maki. The class rep sees Nagasumi as her prince in her dream, a new challenger. Saru suggests a double date to Kai in the hopes of capturing Soon. He invites Mawari, Soon, and Nagasumi. The rep heads out to where the double date is occurring because of her feelings of love. She changes her glasses and look and becomes almost unrecognizable. The gang meet up, Luna and Saru in tow. Nagasumi takes a detour for Luna's drink and ends up bumping into the rep. He also breaks her glasses. To compensate, he takes her with him. He borrows money from Luna and accompanies the rep to the optician. The rep is near blind, so she doesn't recognize him, but she does find his voice similar. Nagasumi somehow ends up telling the rep to follow her heart and not give up. They end up at the optician and the rep gets her glasses. They also get the premium service because of Luna's credit card. In the limousine, the rep tries the glasses and recognizes Nagasumi, and jumps out of the car instantly. She runs away and Nagasumi chases. The rep realizes that Nagasumi hasn't realized who she is. She runs off moments later. No one knows the class president's name. Shiranui Akeno, an assassin, transfers to the class. Akeno spends her time examining the two mermaids in the class. She interrogates Nagasumi as well, and then Kai when he shows up. Kai ends up saying things that could expose him as a merman, so she marks him as a failure. She resolves herself to be a mermaid examiner, hence the examination. Her job is to assess whether the mermaids are capable of living among humans and to send them to the ocean if they're deemed not to be. Masa is still the most perfect fisherman. Soon keeps being clumsy for the rest of the day with Akeno on her back. Nearing the end of the tough day, Soon is somehow close to passing and decides to be her usual self, and throws water onto her legs. Akeno knocks out all the witnesses. Enraged at Soon's idiocy, Akeno attacks her to brand her with her blow of failure. Soon blocks the blows before asking Akeno how long she can stay here. Akeno tells her that she can stay until she lands a strike on Soon with her blow of failure. Akeno becomes the bacho of the school after defeating the bizarre gill-breathing delinquent lords. Saru submits to Akeno and Mawari brands her as a delinquent. Kai disowns Saru too. Rumors of the bancho travel to school and reach the ears of Gazaburo. In class, Mawari confronts the troublesome Bancho, intending to make her cease all activities or learn the rules of society. The disciplinary committee takes away Saru as he's selling Akeno merchandise before they come up with a plan to remove the Bancho. Soon ends up in the meeting and tries to convince Mawari to rethink the situation. Meanwhile, the Seto clan plans to remove Akeno when Ren catches them. Mawari shows up and Gozaburo, Masa, and Fushiguro use the opportunity to escape. Mawari confides in Ren, telling her how she's instigating everyone against Akeno and is guilty for doing the same thing she did with Soon. Ren confronts her before his situation breaks out. The disciplinary committee confronts Akeno, backed by the delinquent lords. Mawari intervenes before a fight breaks out, using a tsunami of cats. Ren shows up as well, finally putting an end to the clash. The class goes on a field trip to Kyoto. Soon is worried about the bath she'll have to take with everyone. Luna is absent from the trip and the boys instead have to deal with the cold Akeno. The class explores Kyoto, going to all the tourist areas, making memories along the way. Nagasumi goes to talk with Akeno to invite her around when he sees her alone. The two are chatting when Maki shoots water at her, hoping to turn her back into a mermaid. Nagasumi blocks all attempts, but the water still hits. Akeno's legs don't transform as she holds back the urge to transform. Akeno blames Nagasumi for trapping her. Meanwhile, Soon gives Maki a tongue lashing. Nagasumi tries to clear up the misunderstanding with Akeno to no avail. Soon talks with Akeno, trying to convince her not to blame Nagasumi. During bath time, the boys eavesdrop on the girls in the other bath. Miwari and Nagasumi are walking down a hall when they overhear Shiranui and Soon talking about practicing the whole mermaid control thing. It sounded lewd out of context though. Nagasumi stops Mawari from entering the bath where Soon and Shiranui are. He can't stop her for long. Mawari enters, sees something exceptionally lewd and retreats. Later, Shiranui tells Nagasumi to break up with Soon. Nagasumi refuses before apologizing for what happened in the afternoon. Shiranui understands that it was a misunderstanding. The two seem to make up. Akeno meets with her chief swordsman. Her mission was to make Nagasumi and Soon break up. He gives her bottles of fish shot to help. Akeno enlists the gill-breathing trio to help along with Kai. The class heads to a period drama when Luna reveals she's filming one as well, and scheduled to meet everyone. Her manager, Kamada, calls the class to the set and they somehow end up being cast as replacements in the film. In the changing room, Kai brings in the potions for everyone to drink. Everyone except Nagasumi drinks it. The potion makes everyone lose control of their desires. Akeno drinks some while explaining this to the Gill brothers. Nice going there, lads. Kai traps Nagasumi and Akeno attacks. The potion gets to her and her desire to get affection from Nagasumi overcomes her mission. Nagasumi runs and ends up with Luna. Her feelings are aggressive and she pretty much beats Nagasumi before Mawari comes along to deliver judgment. The class president comes as well. This chaos goes on for a while before Sun shows up. The chaos gets worse as she uses her voice powers. Akeno unsheaths her sword. The chief swordsman intervenes, putting an end to the chaos. Back in the inn, Nagasumi and Sun watch the full moon together. Luna is depressed about missing the full school trip. Her dad shows up out of the blue to check on her. He asks Nagasumi on advice for what to do to show his affection. He tries to cheer up Luna and fails instantly, thus resorting to the internet. Ah yes, Google Senpai. Next day, Luna's father cross-dresses like a schoolgirl and approaches Luna. She runs away to school. Can you blame her? Kozaburo finds Luna's father at school, and this ends up in him being advised to use after-school Love Hearts, the game, to learn more about his daughter's heart. Kozuburo reels in Masa and Fushiguro as well. The next day, Masa, wakes up Nagasumi. A very confused Nagasumi. Oh god, this is one of the best things I've seen in anime for a while. The cross-dressing fathers have brought chaos upon the school, and their daughters are filled with a void. Then Ren shows up. She advises the dads to man up and be an example to their daughters. The two apologize for their eccentric behavior and get thrown off the building. We also see cat girl Sun. Kawaii. Nagasumi gets a love letter. Sun and Luna eventually find out, so Luna punches him in the gut and knocks him out, while the entire class is in an uproar. Sun sticks the letter back in Nagasumi's pocket. While Nagasumi is waiting outside after school, the two fathers show up. They attack him before Ren comes along to save the day. She takes Kozaburo away while Luna's dad continues the onslaught. Luna stops him. Strong, independent women are the best. Next day, a depressed Nagasumi gets a mermaid potion from Ren. This makes him incredibly popular with all the girls who picture him as their dream guy, while all the guys hate him. Complications occur, he gets chased around the school before getting beaten by Kozaburo and his dad. Next day, Nagasumi receives another love letter, this time from the rep. He's hiding in the bushes when he sees the class rep but doesn't recognize her. She looks the way she did from before because she took her glasses off. The rep accidentally ends up confessing to Sun, she was behind her, before catching sight of Nagasumi and running away. Luna asks Sun for some help in a soap opera. Sun gets a little too into the role and turns into Satoshima Sanpachi, the ideal boyfriend. Manliest man around, unlike Nagasumi. She disappears for a while with the cat. Meanwhile, Luna asks the boys in the class to pretend to be her boyfriend. The Luna elite guards intervene to stop all the boys from going inside. Luna orders them to bring the class to their control when the other faction, led by Kai, stands in front of them. The second war is about to begin. Satoshima Senpachi shows up and ends the fight. Back home, Luna rips Sun's fake beard off and she returns to normal. Luna then asks Maki to help her with ventriloquism. She convicts Maki to agree to be a puppet. In school, Luna is impersonating everyone with the ventriloquism, but Maki starts spouting the truth and the two start fighting with each other. Akeno warns the two that the truth of Maki will be revealed and not to go to the program. Luna doesn't give up. Akeno enlists Kai to stop Luna from going. Nagasumi intervenes as well to try to stop Luna, but her stubbornness is unmatchable. At the sight of Luna's resolve, Maki helps her escape. But then, Sun is fighting with Akeno, so Maki drags Luna to the rooftop. She ends up unconscious for 3 days. Akeno talks to Masa because she recognizes Sun's sword style, and he was the one who taught her. She asks him how he knows the Shiranui style, but Masa suffers from memory loss for anything prior to joining the Seto clan. Akeno reveals that her elder brother went missing on an assignment when she was a child, and that Masa must have been learned from him. Sun suggests trying doing kendo to jog his memory. Meanwhile, Kozaburo drags Nagasumi and tells him that 10 years ago he met Akeno's brother. The two drank together back then, and he lost his memory. His memory never recovered. Kozaburo enlists Nagasumi's help to stop the girls from jogging Masa's memories because Akeno would definitely kill him if she finds out he's her brother. Masa asks for Akeno's sword, his family sword. Nagasumi tries to stop him a few times, but to no avail. Kozaburo starts thrashing Masa to stop him from grabbing the sword. Akeno loses her memory till she's 4 after being knocked in the head too. The thrashing makes Masa remember who he is. He retains his current personality and goes to embrace Akeno, promising to protect her. Akeno rejects him and soon knocks out Akeno. Masa decides to keep everything the same. Everything goes back to normal. Kai seems to be sick and is getting medication. When he tells the gang, they all start worrying about him and try to uncover what the problem is. Kai has acne on his butt, so he went to a dermatologist. Saru believes that Kai must have a big problem, but no one believes him. While walking home from school, Saru overhears the doctor and nurse talking and misunderstands their conversation. He believes Kai has a terminal illness. He runs to Kai, who thinks that he found out about the butt acne. This misunderstanding continues. Kai warns Saru not to tell anyone. Saru promises he won't. Next day, he tells Nagasumi. Saru and Nagasumi start being extremely nice to Kai. They tell everyone else too. Everyone starts mourning. Kai believes it's because everyone loves him. Saru puts that in his head. The whole city finds out. Back in the submarine, while watching the news, a reporter is saying how he has a terminal disease. The reporter interviews Luna and donations start gathering. Kai believes he has an illness and runs to Saru. He confides in him and the two idiots have an emotional moment. Kai challenges Nagasumi for a final fight for soon. Nagasumi beats the spoiled brat and Kai starts crying about not having a bride or friends. This would be really emotional if I didn't know about the butt acne. Next day, everyone finds out about the acne. Akeno is told to invite the Seto clan to a party by her secret boss. Soon and Nagasumi have a quarrel over him not listening to her. It escalates and they ignore each other the next day. The gang notices. Mawari asks Soon what's up while Kai tries to take advantage of the situation. Akeno shows up and invites the Seto clan to the Mermaid Ocean floor party hosted by Yoshino Minamoto, the merman royalty. The clan agrees to go, Soon included. Soon doesn't tell Nagasumi and leaves. When Nagasumi realizes that everyone is gone, he becomes exceedingly worried. Meanwhile, Kai confronts Akeno about Soon's whereabouts before he gets a call. He's informed that she's at the party hosted by Yoshino. Luna comes at the moment as well, and the two decide to go to save Soon from the womanizer Yoshino. Meanwhile, the clan realize that no one else is at the party. Yoshino has them surrounded before everyone is knocked out with some gas. Nagasumi is comforted by Mawari, and he resolves to do whatever it takes to bring Soon back. Kai and Luna appear and the gang heads off to save Soon. The gang heads to the underwater palace but notices mines surrounding it. Luna uses her voice to pass through. Meanwhile, Soon is being readied for marriage by Yoshino. The submarine crashes into the palace, destroying the Seto clan's prison cell as well, and the royal guards greet them. Luna uses her song of battle to make them go crazy, letting Nagasumi proceed to the room Yoshino is in. He demands that Yoshino give Sun back, but he refuses and calls Akeno. Nagasumi talks sense into Akeno, who turns against Yoshino, so he summons an eel to deal with them. Gozaburo and the rest of the clan appear. A fight between Yoshino's guards and the clan begins. Everyone makes way for Nagasumi to go save Soon. Nagasumi enters the room Soon is in, just as Yoshino does. Soon is in a trance because of a gas. The two start fighting with Nagasumi on the receiving end, but his words and the ring he gifted Soon make her break out of the trance. Yoshino pulls out a gun and fires at Soon. Nagasumi gets in the way and catches the bullet between his teeth after being empowered by being near Soon. Nagasumi beats Yoshino up and he transforms into a chubby catfish. Soon apologizes to Nagasumi, who does the same. He puts the ring on her finger and tells her he loves her and he wants to stay with her forever. The two embrace, and that's the end of the video. As always, if you liked what you saw, subscribe to the channel. I'll be uploading a lot of videos just like this, so I'll see you at the next one.